know the nice thing about an old truck? I mean, check out the abuse I just gave this thing, man. Like, I don't even know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but I just put like 300 custom scratches all over this baby. It even looks better than it did before. Anyway, we're gonna go do SOTA up there. Wish me luck. Very vertical. So I'll just see you guys at the top, unless you want to hear me breathe really hard the whole way up. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the top. That actually wasn't too bad. I didn't time it, but I definitely made it up the hill in under, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes. And that's how you know you're on the summit. Man, it's very, very beautiful. That far summit, right where my finger's at, I was on that a couple hours ago. That's Pinion. This is Packard, I think. I can't remember what this one's called. But that's the town of Eureka. Literally like the cutest small town nestled in a valley. It would be a horrible place to live as a ham. I think it'd be really hard to get out of these mountains. Actually, that's not true. I do work a guy over here. There's a ham, there's a CW op right here that I've worked a few times. But you can see, right, they're nestled in a canyon, so propagation would be tough. But I can see everything. I don't know if you guys can. I got Nebo out here, Spanish Fork Peak, Spanish Fork Peak, West Mountain, Provo Peak, Lake Mountain, Timpanogos. I mean, just this aerial view, I can see over 10 summits that I've activated. So, and then I added 2 more today. You know, I had this YouTube thumbnail clickbait idea, but I'm not going to do it. Man, I thought it would be sick to climb up there. But it very clearly says electrocution hazard, keep clear. What's nice is I do have backup power supplies. I'm sure those are all ready to go, but I shouldn't need them today. So yeah, let's dive into the activation. I'll show you guys the kit. All right, it's actually extremely windy, but I kind of have some cover. This mountain and that mountain have been unique because they actually have trees on the top. Most of the summits I do, there's like maybe some foliage, some bush, but not, I mean, there were 20 foot, 15, 20 foot trees on that summit over there. Here, pretty close, pretty similar. But I'm very excited, guys. This is a brand new product from my buddy KO4HUI. And man, I already love the Spooltenna, but this is like, I couldn't believe how small he got this. And it's rated similarly. I think this does 50 watt CW, which for SOTAs, I'll never run that much power. It's insanely small. On my scale at home, it weighs 5.5 ounces, which is like perfect SOTA application because I'm trying to pack as light as possible. My traditional SOTA kit, my number one radio for any sort of field activations is absolutely the KX2. I love having 10 watts. I love the full feature set. I've talked about that before, but built-in tuner, incredible speaker, great CW filtering. This is like my forever radio. I think it'll be really hard. Unless Elecraft comes out with like basically the exact same functionality, but somehow smaller, 10 watts, this will be my radio forever. It's very expensive. I wish it was cheaper, but you get what you pay for, and it's really high quality. I always bring a backup radio. So my Currahee is my lightest weight radio, 3-band, no built-in tuner, but touch paddle, so it does have some redundancy. If like a paddle breaks here, I'll show you my paddle setup. But this is like, no matter what, if I'm on a SOTA, I'm basically gonna have 2 of everything. So I actually have a couple spare antennas. I packed a little heavy today, but these are very lightweight. Spare coax. I even have spare paddles, which I technically don't need to, because worst come to worst, I actually have the Currahee touch capacitives. But my 2 go-tos, I mean, these weigh nothing. They're my Palm Pico and Palm Pico single. Love, love, love these keys. I even take off the little bases on them, so they weigh absolutely nothing. I've got headphones in case I need them. Obviously KX2, I'm just gonna use the internal speaker. But a little bit more about this antenna. So this is a resonant end-fed half-wave. I believe it's a 49-to-1 toroid, I imagine. It's gonna be resonant 40, 20, 15, and 10. A lot of times when I'm on a summit, it's great to have multi-bands, but most of the time I'm hanging out in 20 meters. so many of my friends, Oregon, Washington, California, 20 meters is going to be like money for me. And then I'll work East Coast all day long on 20 meters. But if bands are open and I can go higher, it's really cool. You'll get some awesome DX. Just in the last week, I've worked Japan and France on summits, even on 20 meters. But I believe one of them I went up to 17 or 15 meters. So the last part of the kit I'll show you. This is actually a backup KX2 battery, so this actually goes in the radio. So this is redundancy. If this dies, which this battery in here doesn't last forever. For SOTA, it does great, but I have a backup battery, and then of course, I could actually just power this completely separate. So that's my SOTA setup, but I was excited to show you guys the Spooltenna. I'll have some coupon codes linked in the description, both for if you're a newly licensed ham, meaning you get your call sign, you get a big discount on Spooltenna products, among other products. But man, I'm so grateful they signed up for newly licensed hams initiatives and LHI. And then even if you've been licensed forever, a really long time, I actually have a discount code. I think I can get you free shipping or something on this. So I'll have that linked in the description. But I'll show you guys the setup now. You know, it's funny. I actually, I don't bring masts. Like, it adds weight. Even though my POTA 20 is like incredible, I think it weighs like 12 ounces. I could probably trim some of my kit. Like if I was willing to just bring one radio, one battery, one paddle, one antenna, I could justify, or even less water. I bring a lot of water. I ran into some tough situations last year, 15-mile hikes, 10-mile hikes, where it's July and I'm just like, I'm never gonna run out of water. So I bring 3 liters. I've had a hike where like literally as I got to my truck, I took my last drink of water. But yeah, let's show you guys the deployment of this. My activation over on Pinion went great. I had 8 QSOs, almost had 9, and the 9th would have been K4SWL. Thomas K4SWL came to me, which I don't have many QSOs with him. A lot of times we're both QRP. He's in North Carolina. That's hard for me to work. But just hearing his call sign, first time copy, wasn't able to get the exchange, so it's not going to count for a SOTA. I could have counted it for POTA, but SOTA it's not going to count. But man, that was cool to get K4SWL. Maybe I'll luck out and he'll come to me. But I'm literally just going to kind of string this out over some branches, so you guys are just going to see. If I'm on a SOTA, I will literally lay this on the ground if I have to. Most of the time I can lay it up on some, even if it's 4 or 5 feet off the ground, I do great, guys. Like, especially if I'm on a 12,000 foot above sea level mountain. Yeah, just hang out, enjoy the show. I'll try to put most of this on camera, but if you care about antenna deployment, I'm gonna show you guys how cool this Spooltenna is, baby. I love this so much. Don't let me lose that bongo tie. You can actually stick your pen and you can just reel it out, baby. Let's see. So I can hear, I think that's my buddy Brian, KG8CO. So maybe we'll do a SOTA POTA right off the bat. At Packard Peak. He's got me. He's got me. I was underneath that guy. Thanks, Brian. All right. Sweet. I was thinking I might do 3 or 4 sodas today, but this actually might be my last one. Maybe I'll go do one more. There's a couple out further east. Sorry, further south. This is a theme, by the way, so I'm noticing this here. Now that it's almost, I think it's going to be 70 degrees today. On sodas in Utah, maybe this is what it's like where you guys are at. Just bugs galore. So this is my first soda of the year that I've seen bugs. It's my 8th soda so far, and it's my first one that I just saw like 30 flies. Luckily they're not bothering me yet. Hey, this guy working this morning. It's Brian in Indiana. Probably more of a true 599. That's the other thing about sodas is, man, you're always just getting wrecked by wind, but I actually have really good cover here. There's like, I'm not really getting hit by wind. You guys can probably hear the ambient noise just from the tower behind me shaking around. Luckily no QRM from that guy though. Got a guy calling QRL on my frequency. That means I'm out of here. I'm actually gonna go. I just saw my buddy Manu in Puerto Rico. It's on 21048. Doubt I can hear him. Conditions are not great today. I'll make you guys watch me scroll. That's maybe the only knock on this radio. They actually, a lot of guys switch out the VFO knob. My buddy Tim, N7KOM, just came out with a revolutionary innovation. I think he's actually going to be on Shark Tank with it soon. It's a new knob for the KX2. Yeah, no copy of my buddy Manu. That would have been sick. I can hear somebody working him. Oh no, that is him. Man, if I can work Manu on the summit, I'm gonna be freaking jacked. He's gonna have a crazy pilot though. Ooh, my buddy Paul, W4LO. Whoa, let me tune this guy. Sorry. I think I actually have some QRM from that tower on 40. Gotcha. You were blowing up my AGC. Summit activated. It took 10 minutes. I had my first 3 in 3 minutes, and then I couldn't. Try to get my buddy Manu in Puerto Rico on 15. I couldn't get him. Couldn't get my buddy Paul in Florida on 20. Just too far away for my 10 watts in today's conditions. Summit's activated though. Let's go, baby. Let's go, buddy. Let's get his summit. Got a second op with him. Hey, look at that. Who would have thought those two guys would activate together? Got you loud and clear, guys. It's W7WCH221. I got a rough copy on me, so I'm gonna get my ref again. Sorry, dude. Check that out. I'm getting spammed with SOTAs. Sick. My dumb A wrote down 6-6 first, and it's always letters. I don't know why I put 6-6. There might be somebody down there in the noise. I'm hearing a definite animal noise. Okay, I think it's a bird. That's good. I'm really glad I hopped over to 40 meters because, man, those guys had great signals. For some reason, I wasn't getting a ton of action on 20. Hey, that's my buddy. You know, people say it's not good in CW to have a long, heavy call sign. It's not true if you know someone's call sign. Like if you hear CF at the end of a long call sign, you might know it's me. Or you hear OJ, I always know it's my buddy Josh. Thanks for joining me on the summit. Very fine business 73. Did it.